In a world obsessed with intelligence, logic, and achievement, we often overlook an uncomfortable truth. It's not always the smartest person who wins. In fact, those who seem the least likely to succeed, those who embrace absurdity, playfulness, or the role of the fool, often come out on top. This isn't random. There's a hidden power in these figures, and it's a secret that most of us have overlooked in favor of what we think we should be striving for. You've probably seen it happen in all kinds of scenarios. The most well-prepared, the most brilliant, the ones with the answers, can still be outshined by someone who appears less serious, less perfect. But what if this was no accident? What if the true power to success lies not in intellect, but in the things that seem far less glamorous? Things like spontaneity, instinct, and humor. Here's where the clown, in their bizarre and unfiltered freedom, teaches us something incredibly important. The clown doesn't need to overthink things. The clown doesn't need to be right, to have all the answers, or to be universally admired. They live beyond the grasp of perfectionism. They have the freedom to fall, to fail, to look ridiculous, and they do so with no shame. In a world that punishes mistakes and holds intelligence on a pedestal, the clown is liberated. And that liberation is what makes them powerful. It's easy to think that intelligence is everything. We're trained from an early age to believe that knowledge and reasoning are the keys to success, to happiness, to respect. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Intelligence often traps you. The more you think, the more you second guess, the more you analyze and try to control, the more paralyzed you become by your own intellect. This mental overdrive can leave you stuck in a loop of indecision, self-doubt, and insecurity. The more you strive to be right, the more disconnected you become from what really matters. The clown, however, is unburdened by this need to constantly be right or perfect. They live in the moment, embracing life as it comes, without the heavy weight of self-judgment. When they fall, they rise again, laughing at their own failures. When life throws them obstacles, they don't waste time trying to outsmart the challenge, they simply dance with it, making the best of the situation. This ability to be free from overthinking is precisely what gives the clown an edge over the so-called intellectuals. The clown's world isn't governed by what they know, it's governed by what they do. In truth, life is messy, chaotic, and often completely unpredictable. The intellectual, who lives in a world of structured thought, logic, and reason, struggles to accept this chaos. They fight against it, seeking to impose order, to find answers, to understand every detail. But in doing so, they miss the beauty of life's spontaneity. They become victims of their own overanalysis, trapped in their minds, while the clown, the one who refuses to overthink, moves through life with ease. This may sound like a simplistic way to view the world, but it's closer to the truth than we often realize. The more you cling to the idea that you need to figure everything out, the more you lose touch with the very things that bring joy, success, and connection. It's when you let go of the constant need to control and understand that you allow yourself to experience life in all its wildness and possibility. The real strength lies in embracing life's unpredictability, not fighting against it. By releasing the intellectual obsession with control, you allow yourself the freedom to experience life fully, and in doing so, you unlock a hidden power. This power is one that the intellectual can never access, because they're too busy trying to make sense of everything. The clown, in contrast, simply moves through life with instinct, humor, and a sense of play. They make mistakes and laugh at them. They embrace chaos, not as something to be feared, but as something to be experienced. What's more, when you stop overthinking and simply act, you gain an entirely new perspective on the world. You begin to see the beauty in the absurd. You begin to understand that life isn't a puzzle to be solved. It's an experience to be lived. It's not about being right, but about being present, authentic, and alive in the moment. And when you are truly present, you begin to unlock the door to power. Think about the most charismatic, successful, and resilient people in your life. Are they always the smartest? Do they have all the answers? Not necessarily. What they often possess is something far more valuable: the ability to embrace life's chaos, to make decisions quickly, and to learn from their mistakes without fear or shame. They may not be the perfect intellectuals, but they are far more effective at navigating the ups and downs of life. This is the hidden secret that is often overlooked. It's not about knowing everything, it's about being willing to experience everything. The clown wins because they understand this truth intuitively. They don't fear life's uncertainties. They don't need to control every aspect of their world. They embrace it all: successes, failures, joy, and pain. And in doing so, they gain a kind of freedom that intellect alone can never provide. So, what does this all mean for you? It means that the next time you find yourself caught in a loop of overthinking, wondering whether you have the perfect answer or solution, remember this: sometimes, the smartest thing you can do is to stop trying to be smart at all. Let go, step into the unknown, laugh at your failures, dance with the chaos, and let life unfold in ways you can't even begin to predict. By embracing life fully, not just the parts that are logical or correct, you unlock the true power that lies beneath the surface. It's the same power that allows the clown to win, time and time again. The question is, are you ready to stop trying to outsmart life and start living it?